the Guardians of the Galaxy. You got Rocket, you got Groot, you got Star-Lord, you got Gamora, and you got Drax. Right next to the Avengers, we got Iron Man, Thor, Hawkeye, not Batman, Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow, and Nick Fury. So yeah, I'm right next to each other because I'm awesome like that. But, so this is the Guardians of the Galaxy spoiler review. If you have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy and you're watching this video, what's wrong with you? Go watch my spoiler for free review, which will be in the description below. And go out and see the movie and then come back, because I'm always welcome. So, but if you don't care about spoilers and you don't care about getting this awesome movie spoiled by you, welcome. But, okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy, like I said in my review, it was awesome, So, I'm going to start, with the beginning of the movie and go on from that. I thought, the beginning was very well done. And you kind of, I just felt like, okay, his mom is dying, but, once I got to it, I understood, why they did that. And, the thing is when his mom is on his deathbed, she asks Peter to hold her hand. And he hesitates. He doesn't want to hold her hand, And then it's too late. She dies. So he can't hold her hand. So then his mom gave him a present and stuff, and he takes off, and he runs away, because he's like, nah. He's sad, because his mom died. And he's, outside of the hospital, and then, boom, spaceship comes out, finds him, takes him to another planet. Well, takes him to the galaxy above. Now, I thought, that would have been different. I thought that would have been different done. I thought the Avengers would have happened, he would have seen the Avengers, and he would have been an adult kind of when he went into space. But I get, it's not a problem with me. I understand, But it's just something, I thought it was going to go. And so then, it takes off in that scene in the trailer, where Peter Quill is, talking, and he's like, Star-Lord, and he's stealing that orb, And there's a little dancing scene before it. It's not that big of a deal, but it is pretty funny. And so, it's just that kind of a scene. And, well, not we. Then, it just takes off to Gamora, Ronan, and Nebula. And, you got them all talking to Thanos, I believe. I'm pretty sure. And so then you got them talking about they got to get the orb back. So then Ronan sends Gamora after them. I really like how they stuck to the material of Gamora and Nebula being Thanos' children. But it turns out she's working for somebody else. So then she backstabs Ronan, but she doesn't tell him that yet because she has to get the orb first. So then she attacks Peter Quill, and then Groot and Rocket are on the same planet, which is Xandar, and that's the Nova Corps homeworld, which is pretty much just like the space shield, shield in space kind of. And they just take him out, and it's just but then the Nova Corps take him away. I kind of really didn't explain that, but if you've seen the movie, you kind of will get the gist of what happens. But then get to the prison break scene. I thought that was the prison break. The whole prison I thought was done very well. And Nathan Fillion's cameo in the movie was, I really didn't notice the first time, and I haven't seen the movie since. But I read in an article that he's actually the guy that Groot sticks his fingers up his nose. That he's that guy. And I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't remember that guy, but, yeah, I'll go along. But I kind of remember, I don't remember really what he looks like, but I remember Groot, messing up his brain and everything. And so, and then the prison break scene was even better. That was really funny. And so then, you take off to nowhere, and before that, I believe, you see Thanos, Ronan, and Nebula all talking, along with that other guy from, I think he's called Other, not 100% sure on that, from the Avengers. He's like the boss of Loki, and then Thanos is the boss of him. The guy who's you see him in the after credit scene too. He's the only one there with Thanos. He's kind of like a Shatari. And so, you get, and then you have that talk, and like Ronan, Thanos has, Ronan has to go and get the orb, or else Thanos is gonna kill him, because they realize Gamora is a traitor, and Nebula is like the only daughter that's the good little daughter, But, and then you finally get to the team on Nowhere. The team kind of get in a fight with Drax, and they separate. Drax goes his own way. He finds this communicator, and he's like, "Contact Ronan. I want to beat him up." And I felt like everybody's backstory was really well done. How Drax's family got killed. I know that happened. That all happened. And then Gamora is passed. And then you kind of really see that in like the prison scene. And so it's just something really interesting in my opinion that happened. And so then the whole team, well, like the rest of the team, goes to the Collector's place. And you see Cosmo the dog, a Chitauri alien, a dark elf, what? And then you see the other that other pink lady who looks like the helper. You see that, and I'm like, what the heck is going on there? And I thought the whole place in Thor: The Dark World was smaller. I thought it would just be a small little place, but it's huge. And I felt like they kind of really dumbed down on that in like Thor: The Dark World. It's just like, oh yeah, it's just a tiny little place. Guardians of the Galaxy, it's huge. And so then they figure out that the orb has an Infinity Stone in it. It's like a little blue little stone. Kind of like the comics. It kind of looks like that, because the orb is not actually. The orb opens up and conceals it. And I felt like, oh, Thanos imperative. Dead Avengers coming. Shield breaking. What? Okay, so I thought that was really. I loved that scene. I could watch that scene over and over and over. I could watch this movie over and over. But not the point. So then, we get to where is it? I'm trying to think. What is it? Oh yeah. Then, Ronan comes and beats the snot out of Drax. Yeah, Drax. And so then Rocket and Gamora and Peter all take off in like these drill sort of things and trying to get back to Milano, because it's too far away. But Nebula shoots Gamora's ship down, and it just kind of explodes in space, and she's just there. Gamora's just there. You can see her face is just freezing. And Peter and Rocket just like, come on, Peter, let's go, let's leave. And Peter's like, he's kind of hesitating, so then he gets out of his pod. He goes out there, he takes his mask off, takes that little ear thing, and puts it on her. And, turns it on, and then he starts to freeze and everything. And he contacts Yondu. And Yondu was on this chase to get Peter Quill, pretty much. That's what his job in the movie is, kind of. And I like Yondu. Yondu was really interesting. He was really cool. And so, then Yondu captures them, and, then Peter Quill is alive. And then, Gamora's like, that was really heroic of you. And then Peter's like, yeah, I know it was, wasn't it? Just kind of that snarky, like, you douchebag kind of sort of thing. But, you kind of got to root for him, It's just, that sort of thing. He's just like a Han Solo kind of character. That's, kind of where it kind of comes from. So, then, they get on the Yondu ship, and they actually have to, get back to Xandor. Because then Ronan gets the stone back, and he puts it on his mace, and he's just like to Thanos. He doesn't care. He says once he takes care of Xandar, he's gonna come after him and kill him. Thanos is like, yeah, if you can try it. Well, he doesn't really say that, but he'll like bathe his blood in walls or something. I heard in like something. But yeah, yeah. So then you get back on the Guardians, and the whole team is back, except for Rocket, Groot, and Drax, because they're all on the Milano getting ready to shoot Yondu's ship down if they don't give them their team back. But Gamora and Peter Quill have worked out a deal with Yondu before they get there, and so it's just like a funny little joke. And Rocket is gonna blow up their ship in, I think it's 5 seconds, 5 or 10 seconds. I think it's 5. And so yeah, it's 5. And then so then you got that. It's just all funny. And I really liked the whole team thing, how they came together in that kind of part, where they all came together, and that was really interesting. I always like when a team really just doesn't like each other, and then they team up together. And the ending of this movie was really good. I thought the final battle was excellent. I loved everything. And Peter Quill is half alien, half human. Who knew? Oh yeah, the comics did. Everybody else in the movie knew Peter Quill was an alien, half human, because his father's an alien. And I feel like that's where the sequel is going to take place, is they're going to go after his father, find whose father is. Because that's what Yondu did. Yondu collected Peter at the beginning of the movie for his father. And Yondu says that he's glad he didn't give him to his father, I think, or something like that with his father. I'm like, everybody in my theater was like, whoa, and then Groot sacrifices himself, everybody sacrifices himself, I'd say, in this movie at the end of the battle. And that's just really, I thought that was really, it's home right here. It's home. But in all seriousness though, this movie was good. The after credit scene was very funny with Howard the Duck at the end, and you actually see him he's above the Collector's head when he turns around in one scene. Just watch, if you go see the movie again, watch the Collector's head, watch it above. And it's just kind of a little nod, I hope they don't do a Howard the Duck movie. I hope it's just like a little cameo sort of thing, because I just think, it's just something funny that you don't really need to go into. But yeah, that's my Guardians of the Galaxy spoiler review. If you guys found this video informative, hit that like button. And if you want to see more from me, click that subscribe button. And if you have anything to say, just drop a comment in the comment section.